already know this is Punsh Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazon of the YTBC. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people got their pound for pound top 10, and I really ain't want to do this video because I found it a kind of cliche. You know, everybody doing their little pound for pound, and you know, everybody got their opinion, but god damn it, I got mine. Now, when it comes with opinion, you know, when we're talking about opinion, everybody got one, but you know what? It gotta be valid. It got to make sense. And there's pound for pound lists out there that, yo, it just doesn't make no type of sense. I don't know if they want to troll the people. I don't know if they got their little biasness and things of that nature. But, you know, when you do the pound for pound, man, do right by the fighters. Do right by the sport. I mean, break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Come on, it gotta make sense. So here we go. This is what I feel it really does make sense. Number one, my number one. Canelo Alvarez, 4th Division World Champion. Y'all already know, man. Already 30 years old, man. The dude can retire right now, and he will walk into the Hall of Fame. Canelo Alvarez, a guy that, you know, captured 3 world titles in the span of 12 months. 3 world titles in the span of 12 months, beating the likes of Triple G, beating the likes of Daniel Jacobs, then Fielding, then you know Fielding. It was what, Triple G, Fielding, Daniel Jacobs, Kovalev. Yo, that's hard to do, man. And you know, these guys are pound for pound caliber fighter. Triple G was pound for pound caliber fighter. So, you know, his resume speaks for itself. Now, you know, this Canelo Alvarez, I don't want to, like I said, I could go live later on and we could just go detail everything, but come on, man. This is really self-explanatory. Number 2, Naoya Inoue, 3 Division World Champion, currently unified bantamweight champion of the world. Super Series did his thing versus Nonito Donaire and recently beat Jason Maloney, which is a top 10 rank in the respective division. So, you know, I understand some people like to do their pound for pound and what have you done for me lately. I like to do that too, but implement also the accomplishments, which is, you know, very, very good versus great opponents, quality opponent at that. Now, Inoue comes in number 2. Number 3, Terence Crawford, another 3 Division World Champion, but of course an historic accomplishment of becoming undisputed in 140. Now, of course, a lot of people's critiquing him on what he's done in the welterweight division. Not what he's done really, because he captured a world title. But who has he fought compared to the other people? Now, of course, you want Bud Crawford to up his opponents, but you know what? You cannot take that away from Bud Crawford, 140 undisputed. That is an accomplishment that we just can't sweep under the rug. And Bud Crawford lands in number 3. But you know, while these other guys are doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have slid Bud Crawford in number 2. Now, you know, but the Jason Maloney was actually a better opponent than the opponents that Bud Crawford had recently. So you know, anybody could flip it around. You know, and I probably in the top 3 is 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. I understand a lot of people want to flip it around. Don't want to give Canelo Alvarez number 1 because he tested for computer roll and things like that. Look, man. He didn't test after. He didn't go to a fight testing positive, you know. I mean, being positive or right after the fight testing positive and things of that nature, man. At the end of the day, man, skills pay the bills, and Canelo Alvarez got that. Inoue got that. Bud Crawford most certainly got that. This is the type of fighters that I believe that could go to different division and still be the man. I think these are the type of fighters that can adapt to any type of skill set that is in front of them. And so, number 4, Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian, another undisputed caliber fighter. Yes, in the top 4, you got Alexander Usyk in the cruiserweight division and moved up to the heavyweight division, and also have won 2 fights in the heavyweight division. You know, in the heavyweight division, the weight could be, Alexander Usyk could be 220 pounds, but the other guy could be 250, 160 pounds. And look, of course, his power hasn't transitioned into the heavyweight division, but he is doing good, and he's outboxing his opponent. Let's see if we could get that fight with Joy Joyce. And if we get that Joy Joyce, man, he'll probably move in and probably kick out Bud Crawford from that top 3. Now, the newly pound for pound dude, Teofimo Lopez, beating Vasyl Lomachenko October 17th, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, he's, to me, morally undisputed. Now, of course, it doesn't go down on the books, but morally undisputed, I believe so. He got the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, the ring, the Inoue, baby. The Inoue, the most important belt of them all. You be the man because you beat the man. Yes, Teofimo Lopez. There's people out there that don't want to consider him undisputed. I understand, because the other belts don't recognize Teofimo Lopez. But this is what I say. If you ask each and every belt federation, who is your guy? Who is your champion? If I ask the IBF, who is your champion at the lightweight division? Who is the champion? They will say Teofimo Lopez, IBF. WBO, what about you? Who is your champion? Who is the top champion in your belt federation when it comes to the lightweight division? They will say Teofimo Lopez. If I ask the WBA, he's a super WBA. Yes, the WBA will say Teofimo Lopez. If I ask WBC, and y'all already know that Mauricio Sulaimon already said it countless of time, and especially like 3-4 times this past week, Mauricio Sulaimon, who is the undisputed, who is the top champion in the WBC, he will say Teofimo Lopez. So I understand the other belts won't recognize him as the WBC champion. They will recognize Devin Haney. But if you ask the WBC, they will be like, that's their champion. That's their undisputed. WBO, that's your champion. WBA, that's your champion. IBF, that's your champion. Inoue. So, you know, common sense tells me I'm recognizing it. I'm recognizing from the WBC and recognizing for all these belt federation. Might as well morally undisputed. I mean, that's just me. We're moving on to Jermell Charlo. Number 6, Jermell Charlo, unified, has, yes, he lost to Tony Harrison, but Avengers lost with a beautiful TKO, a beautiful performance. Jermell Charlo is getting better and better and better and better. His resume speaks for itself. His resume is actually, you know, underrated. He has fought good competition, great competition, especially that Lubin. I thought that Lubin fight was going to be harder than what it was, and he knocked him out in the first round. So shout out to Jermell Charlo. And he got one more belt to go. Chisera got 3 belts, got the Inoue. You got to give it to Charlo, man. He is probably, to me, I'm going to say it right now, the king of the 154. And I can't wait to see him go to the 160. But is he going to fight his bro? I don't think so. But I would love to see Jermell Charlo versus Demetri Andrade as well. But we want to see him get that fight with Teixeira. But if he don't get it, I don't think he got a lot of things to prove in 154, but to capture that undisputed, of course, that will move him up. And shout out to Jermell Charlo, always a constant professional, working hard, and always staying ready. Kazuto Ioka comes in number 7, beating Tanaka recently, 4 division world champion, and he got the guts to say that he wants Inoue to capture 5 division world champion. Now, I think he's biting a little more than he could chew, but the cojones of these Japanese fighters, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Yo, that was a great performance versus Tanaka, beautiful performance versus Tanaka, damn. Man, the IQ, the ring general, the patience, the pedigree, the IQ. Kazuto Ioka comes in number 7. Number 8, Jaws Taylor, unified, 140-pounder. Unified 140-pounder, and had the Super Series, had the Muhammad Ali trophy. Great. That great fight with Regis Prograis that really could have gone either way. But man, he battled deep. He dig deep. The grit he showed, Josh Taylor showed that he could work the inside and the outside game. Josh Taylor and his good resume also, man, propel him to become, to be in my pound for pound list at number 8. Come in number 9, unified welterweight division champion Earl the Truth Spence came back from his accident, beat Daniel Garcia, one of the top welterweights in the division. Back-to-back with Sean Paul and Daniel Garcia. That is no cakewalk. No cakewalk. And of course, also beating Kell Brook when Kell Brook was in his prime. I do not consider him, beating a Mikey Garcia and stuff like that. But Mikey Garcia was a pound-for-pound fighter as well. Now, there's 3 guys in the pound-for-pound list that has beaten pound-for-pound fighters. And that's Teofimo Lopez, who beat Vasyl Lomachenko. That is Canelo Alvarez, who have beaten Triple G. And that is, Earl Spence that's beating Mike Garcia, even though that Mike Garcia was coming to weight classes up, the 135, and yes, he fought in 140, but he was coming 2 weight classes up to fight Errol Spence. I really didn't like that fight, but Mikey Garcia is a pound-for-pound caliber fighter, and you know, Errol Spence is great win versus Sean Porter was a split decision, but he dig deep and he did what he had to do to get that victory. And more kudos to Errol Spence. And thank you that he's back. Praise to God that God has given him a second chance. Second chance to be a chance to stay as a champion, be a better man, and be a better father to his beautiful daughters and a newborn son. Shout out to Errol Spence. And coming in number 10, Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez. Now I know this might be a little controversial because I do want to put Chocolatito or Estrada, but you know what? I'm gonna make it a little interesting. We're going to have Chocolatito versus Estrada 2, and whoever wins from that fight will be on my pound-for-pound list, hands down, and somebody might be booted out. But Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor may fight as well, so they might stay. We don't know. Somebody going to be dropping. I don't know, but hey, Jose Ramirez, Unified 140 champion. Great win versus Victor Postal. Great win versus Maurice Hooker. This is it got great quality of resume. Got the 2 titles. A destroyer. He got grit as well. Got hard, beautiful skills. All these fighters got beautiful skills. Great accomplishment thus far. That's my pound for pound. Punch Drunk Boxing. Let me know what y'all think. And of course, like I said, you know, honorable mention, Chocolatito Estrada, but I'm going to wait for that fight. I can't wait for that fight. I can't wait for the Undisputed when it comes to the 140. I can't wait to see a unification bout probably with Bud and Spence. Canelo Alvarez, keep on doing this thing. I mean, this guy, yo, he's just doing it all, man. He's just ahead of his time right now when it comes to, you know, his resume. So this is my pound for pound. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment in the comment box. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.